Van Kien out of the starting lineup today. It's Turkmenistan having to fill in at right back for this Hanoi side. Again, another player that is quite capable of playing in quite a few positions, showing his versatility, his ability in different areas of the park. There he is, taking down that goal kick with a lovely touch.
In sliding with Babajanov. This is Asyr holding things together in the middle. This is skipper Bóng on the turn, does really well with it. Boy, exchanging passes. It's a useful one, and it was an acrobatic effort from Quang Hai. Chance still alive with Keba. Quang Hai now, really big chance. Didn't catch it cleanly.
Really good opportunity there. He had a couple of players waiting on the edge of the 6-yard box as well. Quang Hai, lovely play from Hanoi right at the start of this game. And you already see the reason why Kev has brought on that physicality there, just holding off the challenge of Gurganov.
Kev looks to be filling in at left-hand centre forward. We see him come on at right midfield in their previous AFC Cup fixture. So, versatile presence, and he was lively when he came on against Bindwong.
Yeah, he certainly was. But we also mentioned that big opportunity he had to find the back of the net.
Dong to take away Hannah Durdiev. He will be pleased with this start. Hanoi, Keba in possession. Looks to find Quang Hai with a return. Seem to be very much taking the impetus as hosts in this one.
Yeah, they're getting started at a good tempo. Nice intensity here. Already winning back a few balls high up the pitch. Forcing errors as they have done once again.
Quang Hai can hit this. Van Dung now. Off balance.
Okay, nice little move. I mean, just the way that they forced that error there. They're rushing Altyn Asyr, they're closing them down quickly. It was a misplaced pass that Hanoi were able to pounce on. Just to look to try and create another opportunity here. Again, it's some good high pressing that causes Altyn Asyr just to force that longer ball.
Back heel not coming off for Turkmenistan. This is really dangerous now. They're in here and it's an early goal. Yakshiev making it 1-0 to Altyn Asyr.
Well, so much for all that talk of a good start from Hanoi FC. One lapse of concentration and suddenly they're in behind. Altyn Asyr and Yakshiev. That is a lovely finish. I thought he was offside initially. I saw the linesman just running along, kept his flag down. There was a slip at the back here. Let's take another look. It's a tight one, it's a close one really. I think it was Van Dung that might have just fallen over there, slipped a little bit. And you can see as Duk Hoi is trying to be a little bit clever, just breaks down and quickly able to get in behind Yakshiev, and there's not too much Van Kong can really do with that.
I mean, there's disappointment there. Surely that sloppy conceding of possession in a dangerous area from Turkmenistan. Great ball through, wasn't it, from Aliyev?
It was a good ball through. You could see it happening because it just opened up. He made a lovely little run from the right-hand side in, cutting across Van Dung. And I think what happened there was Van Dung was just trying to play him offside. He just slipped at a crucial moment.
Was there anything to be said for the fact that we are praising the versatility of Turkmenistan, but not an out-and-out right back, playing in that position tonight in a big game? Strike from Van Dung. It's a body blow, really, for the hosts, having started brightly.
Yeah, I mean, they actually looked really good. Obviously, up until conceding that away goal there, because they're still sticking to it. They're still trying to push up high up against Altyn Asyr. It was just a situation where it happened to break down because Dukhui was just trying to back heel it, trying to be a little bit cute. Didn't quite work out that occasion.
Fight couldn't quite find a strike partner. Keba. Van Dong finds Quang Hai. Do Hong Dong. Quang Hai is hugging that touchline at the moment. Difficult one now for Zhu Dingyan. What's it like conceding so early in such a big game as this? I mean, surely they cannot let their heads drop after a bright start.
Yeah, they can't, and I don't think they will. When you look at it again, they just kept going, and they've got to keep going up against Altyn Asyr because they had a good start. As we've seen, you know, they forced Altyn Asyr into a few errors, as there was an error of their own from Dukhui, but they just got to keep going. There's plenty of football still left to play. This first leg and then the second leg as well. I don't think Altyn Asyr looked that convincing early on. I know it says they're a goal up. Credit to Yakshev for that finish. Also just a mistake from Hanoi that really allowed them to get in behind.
Well, it's these areas on the break where they've threatened. Big challenge from Quang Hai. But again, it's given away all too cheaply by Hanoi. Anayev in possession. Saparov. Under a little bit of pressure, Dudoyman. Gets it back to his goalkeeper, and that's not a good clearance. And Adurdiev dispossessed.
Well, the other thing I'm thinking about when I look back at that goal is just whether Van Dong perhaps could have gotten a stronger left arm to it, try and push it wide away from goal.
Van Dong. You can see what he was trying to do. Trying to thread those needle passes into Keba and fight. Namuradov to Anadurdiev. This is where they look dangerous. Important block by Dukhui. A bit shaken at the moment, Hanoi FC.
At the back, certainly. Muradov just playing up top for Altyn Asyr, and also again just drop in, hold it up, and link up with the likes of Yakshiev and Anadurdiev.
Quang Hai, impressive so far. He's a slight figure, but he has not been fazed by any means by physical battle. Moses Aloya, very useful pass. Come back to fight. He's blazed it over the crossbar.
Again, it's encouraging for Hanoi. It's a lovely little ball played over the top there. Nicely knocked down from Van Dijk. So knocked down into the path of Omar Fai there. A few bodies, not an easy opportunity for him. A few bodies in front of him. You know, that goal that they conceded on the counter-attack, that you often hear coaches, managers talking about losing the ball in the wrong positions. That's exactly what happened with Dukhui. It's under pressure, 2-on-1. Take some responsibility, quite a big chunk of responsibility for that goal.
Do Hong Dong pulls it back towards Keba. It was a brilliant challenge in the end. Namuradov, doesn't he do well? Dukhui, assertive. Bit of spice now to the challenges. So Gershunov on the deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a clear foul, isn't it? It just goes right through the back of Quang Hai there. Ends up hurting himself. So no chance of winning that ball.
Keba with the back heel. A lively pace to the game.
There's a little bit impatient from Tan Trung there, just barging into back of Nurmurdov. There's nowhere for him to really go. He should have been a little bit more patient defensively in that situation. Van Dung coming in to help him out as well.
Do Hung Dung the furthest forward for Hanoi. That's a poor clearance by Raz Mohammadov.
Again, it's nice aggressive high pressing from Hanoi here. Again, forcing that error, just that turnover in possession.
Tan Trung. Let's do Doi Man.
This fella here, Tan Trung, has been absolutely fantastic for Hanoi. He's strong at the back. Those two games against Bindong.
Và để tạo gác lại những giây phút căng thẳng ở trong trận thi đấu này, chúng tôi xin được trân trọng giới thiệu đến các bạn fp88vn.com là trang nhà cái đến từ châu Âu, có kèo ăn cao nhất hiện nay và đang được đông đảo anh em hâm mộ bóng đá tại Việt Nam lựa chọn để tham gia. fp88vn.com đảm bảo uy tín cho anh em nạp và rút tiền trực tiếp qua thẻ ngân hàng chỉ trong vòng 5 đến 10 phút mà thôi. Hãy nhanh tay tham dự tại fp88vn.com.
It's Moses now. Binks one out to Van Dung. Van Dung from range.
Yeah, worth a try. Worth a try from Van Dung there. It opened up in front of him. You can see him get his head up really early on. Fortunately for him, he's concerning with the bar, but you can see the space just opening up for him there. He's just dropped off a little bit Altyn Asyr. Invited to have a go. And it's one of those things as well that just gets the crowd excited again after, you know, conceding that early goal. Gives them something to shout about. Gives your teammates a little bit of a boost as well. You see Quang Hai again taking contact from Gershunov.
I think that's something that's been spoken about. Target, arguably the most talented and perhaps the smallest member of the Hanoi FC team.
I think he definitely have been on the list of players to watch. If you're asking me whether target meaning go out and give him a few kicks here and there, I don't think you need to explicitly go out and say that and tell your players that.
It's back. Post delivery to Moses Aloya.
Because if you are going to go out and kick him in those areas, then you're going to concede free kicks like that, and that puts your defense under pressure. So it's not actually a very good tactic for Altyn Asyr. See a very deep cross coming in there. Ideally, was trying to just get it back across the face of goal. But yeah, of course, it would have been on their minds, on the players' minds, on the minds of the coaching staff. When you analyze opposition, you look at the players that can cause you issues, and Quang Hai would certainly have been one of the players to watch. Would have said, you know, make sure as the ball's getting in towards him, go and close him down quickly. Nice and tight on him.
We saw Moses Aloya lose possession. Spoken about Quang Hai. How important is Moses tonight? Talk about the physical battle. He's got to be key, right?
Yeah, I think so. And I thought in a defensive sense, he was very strong for Hanoi in the second leg against Binh Duong. But he was a little bit disappointing with the ball, making a couple of poor passes, poor choices with his passing. So he's got to be a little bit better in those situations, especially against higher quality opposition that he's facing now.
And the Muradov running the ball out of play.
But yes, defensively, Moses Aloya is very important for Hanoi FC, just to give them that bit of a shield and to win the ball back, recover it for his side. It's much better.
Dukhoi now. And ahead of him. Todo man. It's a wayward pass in the direction of Keba. Keba doing well to use his physicality up against Hojiev. Do Hung Dong winning back possession for Hanoi. Quang Hai now running at them. He's dispossessed cleanly. Chance still alive. It's the skipper who gets it away. Do Hung Dong out to Dukhoi. Dukhoi threading it through. They appeal for a penalty.
It just looked like there might have been a shove in the back of Van Dijk there. I don't think the referee was ever really going to give it in that situation.
That's right. And Muradov, he's appealing that. Lovely stuff from Papa Omar Fai.
A lovely bit of skill from Omar Fai. Good hold-up play as well. Fortunately for Hanoi, just didn't quite come off that move there. And, Moses Aloya, just before that, did brilliantly. It was a bad pass that was played into him, but he was able to take it under control, link the ball forward into Omar Fai.
Saparov under pressure. Razmuhamedov going long. Strong header, Dodoiman. Dukhoi forced to go backwards. It's Altyn Asyr pressing. To Moses. Dodoiman going long in the direction of Van Dijk. Batirov. The direct approach. And Dodiev doing really well with his first touch. Strong defending by Tan Chung. Aniev. Another warning period, really. Altyn Asyr, they do look tidy in the final third.
Well, they've got good combinations. The combination play for Altyn Asyr, very quick. There's good understanding amongst the players as well. Nice little give and goes. Muradov, the number 10 player that I've enjoyed watching quite a while now, and having to do a job up front, but just drift across in midfield as well, move out into the wider positions if you need him to. just looks like he's gliding across the surface.
That one's come off Do Hong Dong. Hania got an ankle complaint. Well, bright pace to the game, the opening 22 minutes.
Hanoi have played a big part in that, forcing the tempo of the game. Keen to press high up against Altyn Asyr. Most of the opportunities.
Batter off to get us back underway. And Durdiev. This time the offside call is given on Yakshev. It's a dangerous game though.
Yeah, I think the replay angle not the greatest. We can see quite clearly there he is in an offside position even before the ball's played into him, and as he goes for it, linesman puts the flag up.
Turkmenistan. And that's a wayward attempt at a clearance twice. Hodgiev made a real hash of it. Bandung. Keba. Let's take up those wide positions and allows Quang Hai to come inside. What a turn that is from the youngster. What a ball! Papa Omar Fai off the bar! And another one off the bar by Keba!
That's unfortunate for Hanoi. Brilliant work down the left-hand side by Keba and Quang Hai. Again, it gets the crowd on their feet here.
And they get it away, Altyn Asyr. What a moment, so unlucky for the hosts not to score.
He's done really well initially, Papa Omar Fai, just to try and get the ball back towards the goal. You can see this lovely work from Quang Hai and the quality of the cross. He's just got a little bit too much for Papa Omar Fai. He's got to backpedal a little bit, but you expect Kebe running onto it to finish that one on the rebound. Instead he hits it into the ground and it comes back off the crossbar as well. It's unlucky Hanoi FC there.
How disappointed would you be if you're Keba? On first glance, you have to score from there, right? But any coach would tell you to keep it down, and he's done that.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's kicked it right to the ground. It's bounced back up onto the crossbar.
Desperately unlucky, and how significant could that be in the greater scheme of things?
Well, it could be big, but again, you look at it and you ask me, what do Hanoi do after going a goal down? And say, just keep playing this game, just keep pressing Altyn Asyr, forcing these errors, because you've got the quality to create chances.
Quang Hai finds the skipper Do Hong Dong, who cannot find a shot on target.
See, the next step is to then finish off these opportunities that they are creating. But again, Quang Hai, a threat down this left-hand side. So cut back into Hong Dong.
Well, we're crediting Keba for keeping his shot down. Do Hong Dong leaning back. Moses, the lawyer, with a shove in the back. well read by Turkmenistan. Chance for a counter perhaps for Hanoi. Carelessly given away though. Shifts it wide towards Keba. Lively battle between Keba and Gerginov. Gerginov comes away with the ball now, striding forward. It's a gallop from the fullback. Geldiev. Haven't enjoyed too many sustained periods of possession, the visitors.
No, and they've been pressed very aggressively and very quickly by Hanoi FC. That's why they found it a little bit difficult to get any sort of passing moves going and then pushing up the field through those situations. But look, bigger scheme of things, bigger picture here. They're the away side. They've got that away goal. They can afford to play on the counter attack. But it's in these situations, again, Quang Hai creating all sorts of havoc.
Shot cannoning off Bajanov. Good strength. Van Dijk cutting inside, threading it through towards Quang Hai. That could have been a penalty.
That's a good chance. That is a good chance that they've created there, Hanoi FC. Just look at how it opens up, and it's just this little bit of invention from Quang Hai once again, just to set up that chance for Hong Dong. Give and go here. Van Dijk could have been. I mean, you see Saparov just going through the back of Quang Hai here. That could have been given.
Not too many appeals from Hanoi. But again, it's bright. Quang Hai causing havoc really in that number 10 position now, with Keba having shifted out to this left side.
Tell you what, Quang Hai has just taken a terrible challenge from Saparov there as well. Credit to the number 19. He just got up and got on with the match.
Keba was looking for 5. Quang Hai.
Chúng tôi xin trân trọng giới thiệu với anh em một website rất uy tín, đó chính là fp88vn.com. Hiện tại đang có chương trình khuyến mãi lên đến 2 triệu đồng dành cho thành viên mới, hoàn toàn hợp pháp và an toàn. Hãy đăng ký tài khoản ngay tại fp88vn.com để nhận được ưu đãi nhé.
Turkmenistan desperately keen to get to the ball. Aniev does well to shield. Keeping it in play. Aniev swung it out for a throw-in. Do Hong Dong just got away from Fai there. Van Dung to strike. Got some power behind it.
He's had another go at goal there. His second shot from range. Van Dung. Just a shame that Fai couldn't keep control of that one as it came into him. It was a clever ball played into his feet by Hong Dung there. This one Van Dung in that situation to get his head over the ball. Don't mind him having a go. He's got plenty of power behind his shots. But got the accuracy right just yet.
A little bit scruffy in the middle of the park, but it comes out to Keba. Keba 1v1 with Gershunov. Hang high. Onto his left foot, Hang high. He really is pulling the strings.
Getting involved in everything for Hanoi here. Get something going for his side. They are playing well. They're playing good football, Hanoi FC. They are creating some decent openings, decent opportunities. Well, aside from the finishing being on display, Dinh will be quite pleased with the performance of his side so far. Just perhaps providing a little bit of advice, a chat with his coach as well.
Haven't seen much danger in a while from Altyn Asyr, but here's Aniyev. Aniyev gets it back. Moses Aloy doing well to get the ball away. Counter possibly on now for Hanoi with Keba and Van Dong. Lively stuff. Hoshiev. Van Dijk on the ball. Keba so often the outlet in this first half. It's linked well with Van Dong. Moses first time into Quang Hai.
That was excellent play once again from Hanoi. I mean, one touch pass into Quang Hai.
Van Dong doing well on the defensive end, and Tan Chung's been caught. Another card there for Anadurdiev.
Went smashing into Tan Chung there. It's really nothing in it at all. Shoulder to shoulder. Tan Chung takes the opportunity to go down.
Did look like something a little bit more sinister on first glance, but replay didn't show much in it. Enough to get Anadurdiev in the book boat. Van Dong, loose pass intercepted. Tan Chung. Here comes Yakshiev, the goal scorer. Oh, it's beautiful play from Altyn Asyr, but Aniyev couldn't get his strike away. Made a real mess of it in the end. Great build-up though from the visitors.
Another counter-attacking opportunity there. Yakshiev gets his head up early, sees that cut back. Nice little dummy from Anadurdiev. There's Anayev though that catches shot well at all.
Dokoi. Go Hong Dong. Finds Van Dijk. Cannons off Batirov.
Just want to try and manage those Altyn Asyr counter-attacks a little bit better, Hanoi. Defensive perspective. The opportunity for Altyn Asyr to counter-attack just came about because Tan Chung wasn't quite able to gain control of the initial interception.
Height to aim for Quang Hai. Swinging in with the left foot. He's away. And Dodiev. Quang Hai on the near side. Dukhoi. And Dodiev to whack on the back of the head.
Yeah, good play by Dodiev there. Just got his body in a good position. Just to hold off Doiman. He was desperate to get his head on the ball.
Aberjanov. Saparov under pressure from Keba. Quang Hai. Fine, now Quang Hai gets it back. This is promising. Do Hong Dong out to Van Dijk. Corner ball.
Again, just forcing that move to break down from Altyn Asyr, pressing them in the midfield there, and then there's a quick transition. He knows it's a wasted opportunity. Van Dijk needed to be a better ball across the face of goal for Omar Faik.
A touch more quality on the delivery this time from Quang Hai. Post last time out. What has he got in store? Slightly different, but the most effective. Here's a chance now for Quang Hai. Still plenty to aim for in the middle. Moses lays it off. The Dodoi man. It's a wild strike.
It's a clever ball. The edge of the penalty area from Quang Hai here. Not quite sure the layoff is the right thing from Moses there. I think if he just readjusts his body position, he could actually have a shot at goal himself. I think there was a space for him to actually try and get a first touch on his right leg. The problem for him is his body shape there in that situation. He's facing back. He's got his back towards Altyn Asyr's goal there.
And Dong has lost out slightly cheaply there under pressure, but Moses has cleaned up. Back in Altyn Asyr possession. Moses does well to find Do Hong Dong. Do Hong Dong still. And again, it's Keba in the middle. Fai with the cross. Now it's a free kick in a really promising position. Quang Hai might well fancy this. Saparov protests.
It's the third time I've seen him to Quang Hai. It is a foul. Clever, it's a good position here for the free kick as well for Hanoi. The quality that Quang Hai has.
He scored some iconic ones from just this area. Van Kuyet, of course, on the bench, who might have a claim on this if he was on the field. Would be surprising if Quang Hai didn't put his name on this one. Do Hong Dong stands alongside him. will be Quang Hai. It's very special. It is very special indeed.
What a goal from Quang Hai. Pure quality there from the number 19. Goalkeeper just rooted to his spot. There was nothing the wall could do, and it's a big wall, by the way. Doesn't panic, doesn't rush it, takes his time, and finds the back of the net. Let's take a look at the technique on this strike once again. You've got a wall that jumps there as well. Around the man, around the wall. Perfect free kick from Quang Hai.
He really is a specialist. You had a feeling. You did have a feeling he was going to deliver. It has been his game tonight. He has been the standout.
He's been superb for Hanoi. I mean, he's got things going for them in open play. He was the one that earned the free kick. He's created opportunities for his teammates. Looks like he's had to do it all on his own.
Turkmenistan dispossessed. And this is where they threatened, this is where they scored from those counter-attacks. Concentration needed as we head towards half-time. It's a yellow card for Van Dong.
Chúng tôi xin trân trọng giới thiệu với anh em một website rất uy tín, đó chính là fp88vn.com. Hiện tại đang có chương trình khuyến mãi lên đến 2 triệu đồng dành cho thành viên mới, hoàn toàn hợp pháp và an toàn. Hãy đăng ký tài khoản ngay tại fp88vn.com để nhận được ưu đãi nhé.
It's away by Van Dijk. Do Hung Dong. Going to play out from the back, Hanoi. They are being pressed. Here's Van Dijk again. Careless in possession. Moses now. Do Hung Dong taking up a wide position. He's looking for Thai.
Just as Quang Hai was stepping up to take that free kick, I just see Hanoi again pressing here, and have a look at who that is. Quang Hai again, his defensive work rate off the ball, it's wonderful. One of the underrated aspects of his game, as we've said before, his wonderful technical ability, great on the ball, sweet left foot, but he works incredibly hard out of possession as well to press and harry. Just going to say, if that free kick was given, as Quang Hai stepped up to take it, just went back to the AFC just slightly.
That was absolutely iconic, that goal, and so reminiscent, the technique, the position, and the result, the way it flies into the back of the net. It's interesting seeing an interview with Pham Thanh Lung before this game, and they were talking about Quang Hai, how some of the senior players talk to him, nurture him, and work rate was one of the big takeaways from that. They just tell him to keep working as hard as he can so he can show his talent, and the work rate has been a feature. It's really matched his ability. And that's well played. It was threatening from Anayev. And they're away now. Moses Aloya goading his teammates up the pitch. Out to Keba now. Do Hung Dong's ahead of him. Kirshenov standing him up well. Do Hung Dong's found himself in the middle and on both flanks. He is versatile in his positioning.
That's a deserved equaliser as well for Hanoi.
Quang Hai, nothing given there. And this is dangerous. Anadurdiev on the ball. Has he got support? Goes it alone.
Very important for Trung to recover in that situation. Just right here, you thought he lost his man Anadurdiev, but he does enough to recover, force him wide. You can see what Anadurdiev was trying to do there, just trying to dink it towards the back post, but it was always going to be difficult.
A rare foray for Batyrov. What a cross that is. Gathered gratefully by Van Kong.
Well gathered by Van Kong as well. They go into the half-time break on level terms. A deserved equalizer for Hanoi. We haven't seen that much from Altyn Asyr. Yes, they scored that really early goal from a counter-attacking situation, but it's been all Hanoi FC. They've been very impressive on the ball. They've been very impressive with how they've pressed Altyn Asyr in possession.
Yakshiev coming into the side, scoring the only goal then for Altyn Asyr. But since then it was all really Hanoi FC. Quang Hai scoring with a really iconic free kick. What a player, and what a second half we have in store.
I'm searching with a new smile, I'm loving with a new heart. I'm searching for a new light, searching for a new sky, searching for a new light.
Open up your senses. Explore. Time, smooth as silk.
The calm before the storm.
This is going to be a blockbuster
That will see champions crowned the final major in New York. There it is, the U.S. Open Championship.
The lights go out, a good start. Back in town. Devastating win. Yes, come on! Yes!
Congratulations.
Oh my goodness! And so he goes. How about that? And of course the supporters go crazy now. The confetti just keeps on coming.
on your life. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Joining me today for a very special In Focus is one of the finest English strikers of his generation, a man who really proved that in some cases goal scorers get better with age, achieving wonderful things for clubs and country in his 30s and going into his 40s. I'm talking about the evergreen Teddy Sheringham. Teddy, great to have you with us here today. Let's start off where things started in terms of the really biggest of clubs. But by the time you got to Spurs, of course, you'd already been at Millwall, and you're still their second highest ever goal scorer. Forest, for whom you scored their first Premier League goal. But then Spurs came along. Tell me why Spurs was something that attracted you.
Well, I'd played for Tottenham as a schoolboy, but then got released for them. And I felt a little bit hard done by, but I was going to prove them wrong. So when I actually got the chance to play for them, sign for them when I was 25, I think it was, I was absolutely delighted. I'd obviously watched them a lot as a kid, and to get the chance to play for them was like a dream come true, really.
So in a way, you're saying that Spurs and the players at Spurs and the quality there maybe made you the player you turned out to be?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you're always learning throughout your career, and I had a steady progress in my career, going from Millwall to Nottingham Forest and then up to Tottenham, then on to Manchester United and getting England caps along the way as well. But they definitely moulded my career. The managers that I played under there as well. Terry Venables was my first, and Ozzy Ardiles was fantastic to play with. It was all the experiences, and added to that players like Jurgen Klinsmann playing in the team, and Gica Popescu was a fantastic player as well. So when I look back on my time at Tottenham in the first spell, it was a lovely stepping stone, but I really wanted to win things, and that's pretty much why I left in the end.
It's interesting you talk about ambition, because we'll come to Manchester United a little bit later on, but you went back to White Hart Lane having left because you wanted to win things. So how difficult was it to then win over the White Hart Lane faithful once again on your return?
I don't think it was. It's obviously difficult, you know. You worry about that could be a problem to go back, but the decision to go back was. I'd signed for Manchester United for 3 years. Then they offered me another year, and I stayed again and did really well in that last year. Ended up top scorer for Manchester United. Won the PFA Player of the Year. We won the league. Won the Football Writers Player of the Year. But I just felt the timing was right for me to go back to Tottenham. I loved playing for Tottenham. I was back home in London. I had a son that was, what would he have been getting to, about 13, 14. I wanted to see more of him as well. And the move just seemed right, and I'm so pleased that I did that. That it was another great move, and so pleased that I managed to get back to Tottenham.
You scored plenty of goals, I think 125 or something in your 2 spells there, 97 in the Premier League, only recently surpassed by Harry Kane. What were the highlights of your time as a Spurs player?
Again, we didn't have the success that I would have wanted as a playing for Tottenham or coming back to Tottenham. It was always when you look at Tottenham now, they're on the up. Everybody's pulling their weight and going in the same direction. So the highlights were playing for Tottenham, without a doubt. But then when you look at real highlights that you look back on in your career, we got to the Worthington Cup final. We lost that to Blackburn. Beating Chelsea in the semi-final was a fantastic game, but. These aren't big enough highlights to look back on and say,
To White Hart Lane, you turned up as a ready-made goal scorer. Millwall fans will attest to that. Obviously, you'd worked under the great Brian Clough, albeit towards the end of his managerial career. You'd seen a lot in football already by then, least of all at Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I'd had a lovely upbringing. I'd had real good managers in my Millwall time. Then to work for Brian Clough at Nottingham Forest was a real experience for me. He made football very simplistic. Loved playing for him, loved playing in his team. So I'd had a lot of different styles that I'd played, different managers, different styles at different clubs. So by the time I went to Tottenham, I was becoming a proper player, and Terry Venables helped that as well. He was up there with Sir Alex as my favourite managers to work for as well, and he enhanced my career massively.
What made him so special? What particular skills?
He had an understanding, great way of man management to all his players. He had a way of getting very technical, but making us all understand exactly what he wanted, so that we worked as a team. He always used to say, you all need to understand what I'm talking about, so concentrate. There's no good 8 of you understanding and the other 3 not knowing. I need you all to understand so that we can work as a machine.
Is that why England suddenly came together? And I'm talking here about your relatively late arrival on the England scene, but boy, what an impact. Euro 96, obviously, famously the Netherlands game, you're getting a couple of goals, Shearer's getting a couple, and it was a team that just played as a team with a tremendous cutting edge to it. What was that down to?
Well, again, it's, when a team is performing, you look at Pep Guardiola at the moment, you look at Manchester City, it's all down to Pep, the way I see it. And when you're asking about the England, it's exactly the same. Terry Venables was a fantastic manager. I worked for him at Tottenham, so when he got the job I was delighted, and I knew that they would be on to bigger and better things. And when he picked me to play in Euro 96, the camaraderie in the camp was built by him. He did things to make the camaraderie great. We had a real team ethic about us. We had a lot of stars in that team, but we were a team. There was no one bigger than the team. So he did that. He made that right in our team, and we all loved playing for him.
You were to go on to 2 World Cups, but was that the highlight, those European Championships of your England career?
Without a doubt. I look back and my time in Euro 96 was amazing. It just escalated the more we went into the tournament. Got some fantastic memories from there. The players that we were playing with, you just looked around that dressing room and you saw captains all over the place. You saw Stuart Pearce, you saw Tony Adams, Alan Shearer. Added to that the flair players like Darren Anderson, Steve McManaman. It was real. You just knew that you were going to go far. We was absolutely gutted that we didn't win it. We got knocked out in the semi-finals on penalties again. But it was a proper team to play in.
Let's take it back to finish up here with the essence of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club itself here. What made Spurs and White Hart Lane so special? And what have they got to be careful about, even though they are moving into what looks like a magnificent new stadium with all that comes with that?
What have they got to be careful about? They need to start winning trophies. They've been on the up, I think, since Pochettino's been there. He's the last 3.5, 4 years, they're progressing. But the next level of that progression is definitely winning silverware. And if they don't win silverware, I think that's the best players will want to leave. Even though it's down to the best players to win the silverware as well. But the club have to keep progressing. They're probably at a much higher level than we ever were when I was at Tottenham. But they still need to go that one step further to win.
Nếu như các bạn vẫn còn đang loay hoay chưa biết mình sẽ đặt cược cho hai đội bóng tại đâu, thì chúng tôi xin trân trọng giới thiệu với các bạn fp88vn.com. Đây là một trong những nhà cái uy tín hàng đầu và đứng top tại diễn đàn đặt cược châu Á Asyr Bookie. Các bạn có thể yên tâm đặt cược tại đây. Hãy truy cập ngay và đừng bỏ lỡ cơ hội.
Even Klinsmann, for instance, something about Spurs. There was always that little bit of flash, if you will, wasn't there?
Yep, without a doubt. I have the same memories. Glenn Hoddle was my favourite player when I was growing up. To get to work under him was fantastic as well. Had some lovely ideas on football. A real exciting, wanted his team to play football. So yeah, there's always been a swagger about playing for Tottenham. I think that was the attraction. There's a certain acclaim when you're a Tottenham player as well. I think it's the biggest club in London. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would disagree with that, but they need to start proving it. They need to get back on that like that.
There's no better feeling than I get.
I'm going to give the people what they want.
There's no better feeling than I get. When I'm laying with you and you're laying with me.
This is the greatest day of my life! Finally, someone has given me what I want.
They're gonna come after the thing that you love.
I don't think so.
Yes!
You in?
Always.
You are skating on thin ice, partner.
Start churning butter. We're about to blast off!
Thanks for staying with us here at the Hangdae Stadium in Hanoi. As Vietnamese champions Hanoi FC are level with Turkmenistan champions Altyn Asyr. The visitors went 1-0 ahead thanks to Yakshiev, but then an absolute pearl of a free kick from one of the brightest talents in ASEAN, Nguyen Quang Hai, made it one apiece It's all poised beautifully here in this first leg of the AFC Cup 2019 Interzone Playoff semi-finals. Both these sides battling it out, looking to progress. Both these sides will fancy their chances of going all the way in the competition. Of course, Hanoi FC are the ASEAN champions, but they need to get a victory over these two legs here to progress further in this competition to the next semi-final, and then a place in the grand final, potentially theirs. It is a long old road, isn't it, Roshan, if you want to be the champions of the AFC Cup, particularly if you're an ASEAN side. You have to
doing just that. Been fantastic in the group stages. Quality of their play has been outstanding, and they've shown here as well that they're really stepping up to this challenge and putting Altyn Asyr under lots of pressure. Aside from that goal that he conceded, say against the run of play, just a fortunate situation where Van Dong actually slipped and Yakshiev was able to get in behind. They've actually controlled this one really well. Once again, they forced Altyn Asyr into lots of errors. They haven't allowed the side from Turkmenistan to get any sort of rhythm going in their game.
Reminder that Bangladesh's Abahani Dakar or DPR Korea's April 25th await for the winner over two legs in the Interzone Playoff final. Both of them would indeed be tough tests, but the impetus really is on Hanoi to get a big result here in this first leg, and they start brightly in this second half. The main man, such a standout in that first half. Moses Aloya flying into the challenge. Van Dong out to Keba. Quang Hai on the move. Just tried to work it onto that left foot of his, and it's a solid strike from Do Hong Dong. Saved by Oraz Mohamedov.
Yeah, again, the movement is excellent from Hong Dong and Quang Hai. Just a switch of positions. Actually shifted that Altyn Asyr defense around. Created a bit of space for Quang Hai. Just left the ball behind him a little bit. Ended up with an opportunity for Hong Dong to have a shot at goal.
Gerginov. Saparov.
Here's that opening. Here's that challenge that came in from Saparov. Actually ended up falling to Hong Dong.
That's a poor pass from Hodgiev. Amiev now striding forward. And Adodiev.
You can see Tan Chong is just pretty much trying to get into the head of Anadurdiev there. Stuck his leg in as he released the ball there.
Geldiev. It's a cheeky flick from Yakshiev. Keba back helping.
Van Dong just got to sleep a little bit there. So allowed Yakshiev to get in ahead of him. Into that ball first.
Geldiev, the skipper, is lurking on the penalty spot area. He's got Keba for company. No real rush at the moment. It's going to be an outswinger from Amiev towards that penalty spot, and it's away by 5. Saparov, who had the chance.
It's a crucial touch from Doiman there. Just to take the ball away from Saparov. He's got a toe on that, I think. Just a bit of a deflection there. Otherwise, it would have been a simple finish for Saparov. Warning signs there for Hanoi.
Signs that they're being a little bit more adventurous at the start of this second half. Altyn Asyr didn't enjoy a great deal of possession in the first half. Moses doing important work for his side there.
Lawyer again from a defensive perspective. He's won quite a number of balls in central midfield.
Fight. It's a robust challenge from Saparov.
Moses again just picking up movement of Nurmurdov there.
Useful ball from Doiman. Bajanov away. Moses into Quang Hai. Quang Hai give and go with Fai. Here's Keba. Quang Hai. Keldiev, the skipper, and Gurjinov looking to play out from the back. And they're pressed well by Keba.
Again, it's wonderful work from Hanoi. They're just all over this Altyn Asyr side. Just saw it there. Altyn Asyr trying to get out on the break, trying to play into Nurmurdov. Quickly closed down by Moses Aloya. Kept it simple, and then you also saw Van Dung just coming in and winning the ball in midfield.
Interception from Moses, becoming increasingly influential in stopping those attacks. Keba threading one. It's a big challenge from Saparov. Positioning done well by Doiman. Keba again seeing a lot of the ball. Into Quang Hai, chested brilliantly into Keba's path. Another important interception, and it could be away here, Altyn Asyr, but that's poor by Nurmurdov.
There's an opportunity there. They played in behind defense. He didn't quite catch it as well as he would have liked Nurmurdov, but there was a run from Durdiev down the left-hand side. But just look at the positions that Quang Hai was taking up. Just before that move broke down, dropping into nice little pockets of space.
Nasty when there's a running track and you get a shove like that from Gurjinov on Keba. Not sure how you feel about stadiums with running tracks. There are plenty of them around.
I prefer a more specific stadium, of course, but you know, not always that fortunate.
Aniev in possession. Durdiev is the one on the deck at the moment. And it's that ankle. close company. Hodgiev. Aniev again. Aniev, can he get to this one? That's an awful lot of him that his fullback battered off. Well, this is interesting now with Van Koyet into the fray. Kev has put a shift in tonight.
Yeah, he has. The left-hand side. Decent link up with Quang Hai on a number of occasions. Had that big opportunity in that first half as well. Get a goal. Shot coming back off the crossbar. Put in a shift is exactly right. Nothing that special from Keba. He's done his part.
It'll be interesting to see where Van Koyet takes up. Fai is waiting in the middle. Do Hong Dong strikes.
Well, that first ball onto that right-hand side is a brilliant pass. And this one here, Hong Dong, be doing a lot better with the shot at goal. Space again in front of him, just opened up for that shot. Just to make the goalkeeper work in that situation.
Van Koyet can influence the game, but that was easily read
Và
by
chúng ta hãy cùng đến với một vài phút quảng cáo cho fp88vn.com. Đây là trang nhà cái đến từ châu Âu có kèo ăn cao nhất hiện nay và đang được đông đảo anh em hâm mộ bóng đá tại Việt Nam lựa chọn để tham gia. fp88vn.com đảm bảo uy tín cho anh em nạp và rút tiền trực tiếp qua thẻ ngân hàng chỉ trong vòng 5 đến 10 phút mà thôi. Hãy nhanh tay tham dự tại fp88vn.com.
A little bit of a wasted opportunity in the end.
Aniev hits one, didn't quite get a hold of it. And you can't recall Van Kung really being tested.
First goal that he conceded. Hasn't really been troubled too much. There was that cross, that dangerous cross that he had to come and claim at the end of the first half. It's been pretty comfortable though.
Saparov not for the first time. The interception. This is really well played by Gershinov.
Just really well done. Fortunately, he just didn't have any real options to play it into. Had to hold on to the ball and crowd out by 3 Hanoi players there, but he did really well initially just to keep it in play.
Van Dijk, that's a great strike.
Good attempt at goal from range there from Van Dijk. Just pushes forward. Good shot. Target troubling the goalkeeper. What does Mohammadov? To get a strong arm there. To the ball.
It's another one just to give that crowd a little bit of a lift. Corner ball. It was Van Dijk with the header. into the path of Turkmenistan. Babajinov. Now Quang Hai with the back heel. Safety first from Babajinov. Fai looks to chest it down towards Van Dijk. What are your thoughts on Fai with an hour gone?
Fai. Well, you know exactly how I feel about him in a central striking role. When we get back to that.
Quang Hai with the strike. What a goal! He's done it again. What a performance from one of the very best players in the ASEAN region. He's been a star tonight.
Outstanding performance from Quang Hai. He's carried this Hanoi side in this game. He's tried to make things happen. He scored that equalizer. He scores a Messi-esque goal here. Beautiful finish into the bottom corner there. He's never been able to get a hold of him, this Altyn Asyr side. Just have a look at him leaving Altyn Asyr defenders in his wake there. They're just standing, looking at each other, saying, you deal with him, or you go deal with him. There's still got lots of work to do with the finish there. He wraps his left foot around the ball. There's absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. Again, that is a deserved goal for Hanoi FC.
As individual performances go, this one, my word, it stands out all season long. He has taken this game into his own hands.
Oh, he's waited a long time to open his goal scoring account in the AFC Cup, and what a way to do it. What a time to do it as well. Absolutely brilliant goals. They usually have these goal of the week competitions in the AFC Cup, and he's already got two contenders there.
Stunning, just stunning stuff. We did worry initially that the end product wasn't there for all the chances they were creating, Hanoi FC. They are now certainly in the ascendancy.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've had easy opportunities to put away. Quang Hai has certainly stepped up big time.
He scored in the league in the lead up to this, in the 2-1 win over Da Nang, which would have given him that bit of confidence. And they are flying domestically, Hanoi. They haven't lost since May in any competition.
I said at the start, if there's a side from Southeast Asia that go all the way here, it is this Hanoi FC team. Let's just hope they don't get carried away just yet. Still plenty of football to go.
And that was poor from Van Dong, and he might be made to pay for it here. This is really dangerous. Altyn Asyr, big chance, big goal. And a dirty F, levelling it up.
Well, how about efficiency and effectiveness from Altyn Asyr? They've had 2 goals from 2 counter-attacks, basically. And how about this finish from Anadurdiev? Doesn't panic at all, makes a good first touch, gets his head up, spots the far post, but it all comes about from this mistake in midfield. Again, it's a mistake from Hanoi FC that let Altyn Asyr in and allows them to create an opportunity. It's Van Dong with that loose pass in the middle of the park. But quick transition from Altyn Asyr once again. And from 2 counter-attacks, they get 2 goals. If you're Hanoi FC, you must be feeling incredibly frustrated with yourselves, because they essentially allowed Altyn Asyr back into this game.
I was just about to ask you about game management. How not to protect a lead, I think. 2 glaring mistakes really from both fullbacks.
Again, losing the ball in at the wrong moment. moments when you need to make the better decisions in possession. But we've seen Hanoi respond to going a goal down. They'll keep going here against this Altyn Asyr side.
Quang Hai losing possession this time. Aniyev wins it back. It's on that left foot of his. Van Dunk to Van Koyet. Van Koyet's continued his run. Phi was dispossessed. And again, here's the danger. Yakshiev with it. That's beautifully done by the forward. Aniyev out wide. Tan Chung with an important header. Van Koyet could launch a counter now. He does link with Quang Hai beautifully, but that's poor. It's given away to the captain, Geldiev. And there's an injury perhaps to Guzhnov. Looks in some pain. Not sure if it's just cramp or something more sinister.
Yeah, that does look like it's just cramp. The way they're trying to stretch it out there. Look, he's already off the pitch and he decides to roll back on. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Flair for the dramatic.
Credit his awareness there. Kill off a bit of time. It's a strange game, isn't it? When you look at it, when you look at the performance of both these sides, Altyn Asyr somehow have come away with 2 away goals here. Hanoi really just themselves to blame.
The cliche of having to win your home games seems to ring true in the AFC Cup more than any other. You do worry for Hanoi if they don't get the result here tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough away fixture. They've got to go and navigate as well. Altyn Asyr, to the credit, the last remaining unbeaten side in this part of the competition, the zonal semi-finals.
Well, we talked about them struggling a little bit for goals, but they certainly took their couple of goals well here tonight. Really clinical stuff.
Yeah, clinical is absolutely the right word. It's efficient, it's very effective. Counter-attacking opportunities. Finish from Anadurdiev. It's textbook. Kept it low, down towards the far post.
And Koyet with the bandage. And you just wonder with the prowess that they've got from dead ball situations. And they'll be keen to go down under those kind of challenges. We saw in Van Koyet. Now this is promising. Men in the box for Do Hong Dong to drill it along the floor towards Van Koyet, and it was away. Hojiev.
Took his time there to make a decision to the referee. Actually deciding it was handball. After some consultation with his assistant there.
Titov will look to make his impression on the game. Another forward coming on for Anadurdiev.
Finish for Altyn Asyr, Anadurdiev there. That second goal. A bit of trouble for the most part. For the most of this game was kept in Tan Chung's pocket. It's quite a big away goal for them though.
Titov, just 21 years old. Talented forward. .6'2", and to add some presence to the attack. Here's an opportunity for the quality of Quang Hai. It's into a really dangerous area. Do Hong Dung dispossessed. Gershinov streaming forward. Here is Titov. Couldn't find Muradov. Possession. Tan Long the substitute. And goes to the byline. Brilliant from Tan Long. It's all a bit panicky at the moment for Altyn Asyr.
That's very clever from Quang Hai. Really good play from Tan Long. Down the left-hand side, backed himself to get past the intentions of his marker. And then Quang Hai, as he's facing away from goal, just invites the contact. Have a look at this. Just leaves his right leg there. Feels that touch from Yakshiev.
We have seen a little bit of a quiet game from Omar Faye. He did have that header onto the crossbar in the first half. Now's about the time they need their big man to step up front. We know the quality of Van Kuyat and the delivery. But we see it now, it's into a good area, but doesn't really beat the